We didn't get much out of them, did we? It was quite annoying.
Shall we recoup and come back later?
Sure. Yeah. Is there like an abandoned building or something nearby we could take a breather at?
Give me a perception check to try and find one.
If applicable, society question mark.
I'll allow society.
It's not something I have, but if someone else. Blind or no?
Blind, of course.
Blind perception. And Azuka's.
Okay. Taking a little bit of time to look for a place. You don't find any real abandoned buildings in the Court of Ghouls area that is close by to the Crooked Coffin, but if you progress a little further away, then Zuka is able to pretty quickly find something you can make use of to rest and relax, and if you don't wish to go all the way back to your manor.
Thoughts?
Sure.
On me.
Alright. You guys manage to find an unlocked door and find your way into a small abandoned house that you can use as a temporary rest.
So do we want to talk about what happened?
I don't think they liked you, Philip.
No, I don't think they like me either.
It was a close one.
What was that?
That was a close one.
Truly. Truly was a close one. I'm glad we were able to get out of it, but yes, very much a close one.
That could have gone so much better.
Not much worse.
Agreed.
But yes, could have gone better.
Desperately trying to remember what we actually learned from that.
Basically nothing. The people you tried to get information from, unfortunately, you weren't really able to get anyone out that you'd be able to question later, try as you might. And they were pretty cagey about admitting that the three-fingered hand was there. Aside from when you initially interrogated your way in or coerced your way in, you were able to get them to give up the idea that, yeah, if you go in prepared to not just die, but experience worse than death.
Experience undeath under their hands.
Maybe.
Being
Do
cooked,
we? Yeah.
as they put it.
I think someone tried to cook Philip.
A few people did.
My favorite moment was
People-
shutting the door on Philip's face.
People try to cook me often.
This is a frequent problem for you.
It's happened more than once. So yeah. Let's say it's a pretty frequent problem for me.
What is the plan of action now that you have managed to escape?
Rest.
Okay.
I think rest is a good idea.
Sure. Rest until tomorrow. Just take a little bit and rest. Make sure you're up to full health.
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah,
ahead.
just rest a little, get to full health, and then head out.
Sure. Are you willing to... Ooh, we don't even have a divine font anymore. I forgot. We have a summoner, not a cleric anymore. So... Don't think I'm going to require treat wound rolls. I think I'm just going to go ahead and say we'll have a few hours pass. And our treat wounds individual. Who is that again?
Still
Okay.
Still you. Then we'll have it pass until about 4 p.m. And that is probably enough time for you to bring everyone back to full health. During that amount of time, though, you'll have a decent chunk of downtime, and the rest of you will have quite a lot of free time if there's anything you two would like to do when you're not being healed.
Refocus.
Absolutely.
I don't think
That's like
there's anything I can
10 minutes.
down. I think what can I actually do? I don't have enough downtime to actually do anything. Unless it would, not take a lot of time to craft up some elixirs of life.
That'll take minimum of a day to do. So
Yeah.
if the group
I
wanted to
think
wait
any-
until tomorrow, you could probably whip
any
up a batch
crafting-
today.
Any crafting for me is going to have to take a lot longer, so I'm just going to sit there and cover the door.
Okay. Time passes, you recover your wounds. Feel free to heal yourselves up.
What? That lowers the wounded condition by 1, yes.
It will get rid of your wounded condition
Aha.
once you have successfully been treated,
Fully heal, or what is it?
fully healed.
I don't think we get our spell slots back, Jacob.
Would it be not
No
rest? I
spell
thought you were
slots back.
just kidding.
Because you rested. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, this was just the brief
The
period
prep
rest.
before the rest.
This
I
was
see.
not a full rest.
I was at 0. I will go back to 0. Okay, I think I line 1 first. Okay.
Question remains then, what to do now?
Have I noticed anything since I've been... How long have we been waiting? We've been waiting a few minutes, right? Not minutes, we've been waiting a little
Hours.
while, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're spending about 4 hours here in the time it takes to fully heal everyone up. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm just wondering what I've seen.
Honestly, it hasn't been much different compared to the usual bustling goings on of the day. You've heard conversation of people talking about some rogue zombies that have been sighted around town and caused a little bit of mayhem, but were pretty quickly taken care of. Some of the corpse tenders from the reanimators were thankfully around and managed to get them under control. And they're currently doing an investigation to where they came from.
Okay.
No one will ever know.
I'm not planning on telling anyone.
Probably for the best.
But it sounds like they've all been taken care of.
Sounds like it, yeah. And it wasn't really enough to even cause a big stir around town. Zombies losing being controlled and wandering about going after people is not necessarily an uncommon event. This was a bit more than usual all at once, but still not enough to cause anything more than just some local gossip that'll be forgotten about within a day or two.
Okay. I'll relay all of this to the crew. Stand up as we finish patching up, and the issue is we're no closer to finding out anything about the three-fingered hand than we were when we went there. And now we don't even know where else to look.
Well, there was still a part of the building you guys didn't get to. There were multiple doors you saw that you could not check because of the zombies breaking free.
I thought the building was fully on fire.
No, you guys did not light the building on fire.
Oh.
We failed horribly with that.
And ran because if you tried to, it would have given the zombies there time to catch up.
Right. Mm. Well, we've let all the zombies out. Shall we head back? See what else is there?
Yes.
Wait for them to leave first.
Yes. I assume that majority of them have gone at this point.
Definitely all those zombies that got free have been taken care of and are probably gone, so definitely. You can pop on back to the Crooked Coffin if you guys wanted to return there at this point. And I think the first thing you guys notice as you approach, without even need for a roll, what should be the devoured body of the last person you tried to get out to take with you to interrogate, there's no remains.
Interesting.
So someone got back here before us.
Or they ate her entirely, which is how likely would that be?
Give me a recall knowledge roll.
I would love to. I have to click my token for that. Yes. Basic. Can I drag this on itself onto my bar?
The recall knowledge?
No. Oh, it has one.
Yeah, there is
Uh-huh.
just a recall knowledge macro that you can grab,
Excellent.
and that will not require your token. Thinking about it, is it possible that they could devour a body? Yes. Would they have? Potentially not. In fact, likely not. It is very likely, especially if they did spread out, they would maybe have devoured heavy portions of the body and ripped it apart, but zombies are not clean eaters. They do not devour everything down to the last morsel. They will consume the majority of what is available and then move on. They're bad chicken wing eaters. They eat the first part of it and then they don't suck the bones clean. They
So someone
sometimes eat the
came
bones,
along.
sometimes don't, also.
So someone came along in the interim.
Most likely.
I'll take a step towards the door.
Okay.
Do I hear anything?
Give me a perception check. It is quiet.
I'll look back at everyone else and nod, and I'll move in.
Okay. Nothing happens. No one installed a sickle trap in the last couple hours, so you're good.
What happened?
I'll also say, as you walk by the entrance to the tap room, there should have been multiple bodies in there. When you step up to the grate, there should be multiple bodies in the brewery. The bloodstains are all there. The bodies, gone. Someone
Can I
has
open?
most definitely. No, there is no door on this gate. It is just a grate that has been installed.
All right then.
Someone has erased them already.
Will you pay people to do that?
I'm moving further in. I'm moving.
Could, I'd say with your last roll as well. Ooh, going pretty far. Give me one moment.
Yeah, move me back if you need to.
I don't need to move you back as of right now, but just stopping you for a moment. With your roll from earlier, Azriel, you would know that reanimation, permanent reanimation, not a quick process. Not something that could be done in a few short hours. The ritual to animate dead, minimum 1 day casting. Unless you are highly specialized in ritual magic.
I mean, I assume they would be, but it still seems like faster than like it's a common thing. It's not like a rare event. Probably pretty common knowledge how long that would take.
This many bodies disappearing like that, it is extraordinarily unlikely that they've been reanimated at this point. They may have just been removed for now, and
Can always
can be
reanimate them
reanimated
later.
again.
Yeah. Interesting.
Philip, this strange silence continues into the actual brewery as well. It is silent. It is empty. You can see the broken grate where the zombies once were.
You're gonna come inside.
Yes.
You can't make it through this.
Gotta go around the
You
long
do.
way.
Yeah. We learned that last time.
I'll head down here
Sure.
because I already see something on the map.
And more than that, you hear something as well as you're getting to that point, Philip. The sound of song this lilting sort of melody wafts quietly through the air. When you got to there was when you could just barely hear it.
Because of that, I'm taking the long way around.
Reasonable choice.
Do I hear the sound over here as well?
No. It's not a loud song. When you got to here, you
I'll be
were
back in a
just
minute.
barely in range to hear it.
Are these pipes on the platform, or are they like above it and you can walk under them?
Above it, you can walk under them.
That was the beer line I tried to shoot.
Yeah. There's still dings in the metal right here.
Oh, they're even like above the layer. That's so cool.
Yeah.
These maps are great, I have to say. I'll put my ear up to this door.
Sure.
Do I have one? I think I bought one.
Do you have a brass ear?
I didn't. That was the other game I'm playing. I have a
Ooh.
brass ear.
Well, you can
Fuck.
still make the perception check. It's just at a -2 penalty.
Damn it.
Good try.
What did I just miss?
He's listening at the door.
Philip doesn't have an ear to help him listen through the door.
It's on the Christmas list.
Philip, I want you to imagine the most awful sound you can, right?
Mitt Romney, Mitt Romney.
Him talking or just his voice, his name being repeated?
I don't know. I just
Is
thought
there
it'd
a
be funny.
difference?
Fair enough. Whatever it is you're imagining, you don't hear that beyond the door. In
Cool.
fact, you don't hear anything beyond the door.
I'm opening it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's a room. Would you look at that?
With corpses.
Not really corpses.
Those are corpses.
Those
Is
are
the room dead end?
bags, Philip. Those
I
are
investigate
grain
the corpse
sacks.
filled. I investigate the corpse-filled bags.
Let me describe the room a bit first.
Nope. Corpse bags.
Because not just on the multiple workbenches, as you see them when you walk in, but adorning nearly every inch of the walls in this relatively cramped room are vividly detailed images of dissected humanoids and animals. And then there's a
Alrighty.
few old grain sacks covering something lumpy in that corner.
Of course, nothing. There's nothing in those, right? Clearly nothing in them.
No,
Ow.
nothing at all. Don't injure yourself.
All right,
Like-
cool. I look at the corpses. You can remove the layer. I can see you hovering, wanting to do that. Am I gonna get grabbed?
Where's everyone else positioned when you're right there?
Oh, son of a bitch.
Zuka
Why am I
is with
stupid?
Philip. I think I'm chilling on this platform right now.
Why am I stupid sometimes?
You're lifting the sacks.
Yeah, I lift the sacks.
Okay. Nothing jumps at you.
How could you?
There are a few, I guess, spare body parts, bits of flesh, some fingers, a knee, like a calf, half a torso. Nothing animated.
All right. And so these are just. Some of these look like maps. Are they maps or are they just drawings of
They're-
anatomical drawings?
They are anatomical drawings, heavy illustration, and taking a couple minutes to look over them. These are. Actually, give me a medicine check.
No. Do you want this blind?
Yes, please. Because this would fall under recall knowledge. Is everyone else still just remaining outside of the room? Doing their
Yes.
best. Alright.
It's all right. There's just grain in here.
I will share since it's Zuka.
Okay.
I've thrown back the tarp. The body parts are clearly in view.
Yeah. The depictions seem to be of many bodies, both humanoid and various animals, racked by illnesses, poisons, maybe both. There's depictions of bloated organs, pockmarked skin, shriveled limbs, bleeding orifices, various other grim results. Each of them is annotated pretty heavily with a strange combination of letters and numbers. You cannot understand what those annotations mean, though.
Hey, Dry, I got some medical documents in here.
Why do you think I am a doctor?
I don't know. I think you know more about it than I do.
Is it secret roll?
It is a
Great.
blind check.
What is the check?
Medicine, if you're taking a look at the documents.
Also, you were the only one not in the room, Drag.
Jacob is literally also. Oh, well, I guess the snake is here.
The snake is here. Who's sharing the census?
I am the snake. The snake is me.
I pat Zuka on the head.
That means he has no idea as I sneak up on him.
Yeah, that's what drag was for.
Sorry, Jacob.
Damn it.
Dragon Zuka also taking a look over these notes for a little bit. You don't get much else. If anything, Azrael, you're able to tell that these annotations are definitely shorthand of some sort. Probably customized shorthand by whoever made these notes that very likely only they'll be able to understand.
Oh no, what's that sneaking up behind Drag? I mean, sorry, up behind Azrael.
Is that a common thing that people do? Or is this like out of the ordinary?
How many inventors and or alchemists has Azrael met over there on life?
Probably a couple, but not like that uncommon.
Researchers would commonly do something like that. At
sense.
least the more dedicated ones.
Mm-hmm.
How detailed are these?
Very.
I want to pocket these.
All of them?
Never mind now.
The documents cover 3 different workbenches and every inch of the walls, pretty much.
Are they
Are there
like
any...
So there are
piles high, or are they just
no, they're just
covering the desk?
everywhere, but there's probably hundreds of papers here in total.
Hundreds of papers doesn't weigh that much, though.
I'm more asking, do you have a way to carry hundreds
I
of
have a bag.
sheets of paper?
I've got a bag.
All right.
Are there any duplicate drawings?
No. There are similar ones. And if you spent a long time, you could probably find commonality between some of the annotations, but there's nothing that is inherently a duplicate.
I am taking them all, and I will sort them out later.
I will say, as you're picking them up, hanging on one of the walls, you do notice 2 other things that catch your interest, Drag, that are not these designs. One of them is 2 keys hanging on a nail to the right of the door. The other one is actually the only thing on the back of the door that you didn't notice until you were grabbing everything and actually semi-closed the door. A note in common with a sketch that is not of any real humanoid, but of what looks to be one of the brewing vats here. Bulging at the seams with something, maybe molds, seepage, you're not entirely sure. But the note says, "Something grows within. It hungers. It spawns. Must clear it out before it runs out of spoiled brew."
I'm going to take the note and the key, and I'm going to shove them into Philip's chest.
Okay.
These are
It does.
yours.
Thank you. Does the vat? Did any of the vats look like this?
No.
So then whatever was growing was already removed. That's annoying. I'll head to the next door
Okay.
and take a good old -2.
This
We're
is
gonna stay in
not
here
silent beyond the door.
until the time at which the DM says I've collected all the papers.
If you guys wanted to wait until Drag has collected all the papers, it's going to take a couple minutes. But you absolutely could.
I mean, whoever left this place is not coming back, so I see no reason not to wait.
Okay. Then you guys take some time, pick up all the papers. You are good to move on from that room then.
When Strag is done, I will open this door here.
Just making sure you heard what I said. You heard voices, or at least
In
a
this
voice
door?
beyond the door. Yes. What sounded like someone or something muttering to themselves. You can also, at this point, you are once more close enough to one of the zombies in this next cage over, and you can hear that same lilting, almost mournful song pouring out of a hole in its stomach. This is one of
I'll
my
look
favorite
over.
zombie artworks, because it looks like this.
Oh wait, that's
It's so
kinda
cool.
sick. That is pretty cool.
Ever.
I'll look over at Azrael and gesture to the door.
I think it's leaking sheet music.
It is
That's-
making song.
Once everyone's
I-
gathered,
like to recall knowledge
Philip.
using zombie lore.
You may recall knowledge about it.
Philip.
Yeah?
Point.
you point at them.
No. Past them.
Gross.
Now those barrels look like
Point.
that drawing.
Aha.
I'll
Well
point
spotted.
to I'll look at that and then I'll point to the door and point to my ear.
Azrael, that zombie. It's definitely a zombie of some sort. Past that, it is not one you have ever seen or heard of before.
It's kind of weird.
One of the other zombies just sort of make their way to the cage and begin stretching their arms through it after you guys.
To check how this ability works. I would like to make an impression
Sure.
using undead members. Just tell them to like shush.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Is that a quick button I have access to? No, it's just a diplomacy check. Unless I'm blind. No.
It's in the exploration tab of your basic action macros.
Oh, right, it has tabs now. penalties? No. Go for it. Shit. Oh, well.
Okay.
It's like a bad dog in a cage, just settle.
They quiet down slightly. They do not stop reaching for you, though.
That's fair enough. They don't look strong to break down the gate like the last group did, right?
No, there's no large-sized zombies here.
Does it look about the same construction? Like, could that guy also break down this one if he came back?
I mean, you haven't gone and taken a close look at the other one's construction. You can take a look at this one with crafting if you'd like.
I've got no fucking idea. Well. Did we want to open the door, or did we not want to open the door?
It is up to you.
I would like to open the door. I just want us all to be ready.
Okay, that's fair.
I can open it, Philip.
Okay. Then I'll stand back here under the catwalk with my gun pointed. So I guess I'll be under Azrael.
You
All right.
menace.
Open door.
It's locked.
Philip. Unlock the door.
I motion for him to toss me the key.
I'll toss the key to Drag. How do I switch what character tokens on top of another character token?
You
Z.
have a height. Wait,
Well,
what?
and you can't because Azrael has 10 feet up right now, so Azrael will always be
What
above
if I
yours.
didn't? Wait,
Alright, then that's fine.
cool.
Then by hovering and hitting Z, it'll switch for you which one is above the other. It's a
Okay.
good little trick if you've ever got multiple tokens for some reason on top of each other like that at the
That's
same height
very
level.
handy.
But I'll toss the key to Drag.
Sure, you picked up 2 keys. Just
I-
being pedantic.
I will toss both of them to Drag. What's your point?
He's got 2 hands. He can toss 2 keys.
Drag dual wields keys to test the door, and one of them
What's
does in fact unlock it.
Puts both keys in at once. Open, damn you! No.
Open!
One of the keys definitely unlocks the door.
Going to, nudge the door open. Which way is it open, actually? Am I on the right side?
It's a pull-open door, actually.
So I am on the right side.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It is like that.
I wish to peek.
I mean, you see barrels with planks laid across it that currently has a partially dissected human corpse atop it, slick with gore, viscera-filled bucket on the ground next to them. There is a man in an apron currently chewing on the fingers of a human hand, it looks like, and just thinking to themselves. And he hears the door open and takes a look over as it opens. Oh. Finally decided to show up. Pulls out a pocket watch. I suppose that's about the time I expected you to be gone.
Well, cover's blown. Door's wide open.
Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to come in and have a conversation?
No, I was trying to walk in. There's a wall in the way.
Yes, there is.
So hold on a second.
Don't believe you are alone. Are your friends going to join? Are they going to sit outside?
I'll peek the corner.
There's a live one. How interesting.
Apologies, I had to say something to somebody.
No worries.
A lot of order.
Yes, woman, you are somebody.
Does
Well,
he say that in character?
no. Well, when your pets decide to get out,
They weren't really mine, just unwilling colleagues, I suppose would be the term to use for them. Lessers.
What do you have in the vats?
I don't know. Something I don't wish to disturb until I clean it out.
Sans motive.
Sure. Do
I don't
any of you have
fucking
any medical expertise?
Zuka speaks with my voice. Yes.
Oh. The snake talks.
I will sit. I'm sitting in the back with my gun.
mother.
I'm
not
sitting in the
sure.
back of my magic gun.
I'm not sure how much help you can be, but come over here. Take a look at this corpse with me. See if you can figure it out.
Look.
I will. Azrael, if you try and shoot from
Oh.
there is going to be cover. Just
That's
as an FYI.
fine.
Hold up.
No
What?
problems with that.
Keep in mind you're also 10 feet up. So
That's completely
effectively
fine.
50 feet away from him right now.
Not a problem.
I will move down here.
I think it's like the doorway.
Why do you want
Yeah.
medical advice?
Well,
What's the problem?
take a look at this corpse for me and see if you can determine the cause of death for me.
Is it missing a hand?
The corpse?
Yes.
No, actually.
Okay. Not snacking on it to determine cause of death.
No, you can see in like the big front pocket of his apron, he has multiple hands.
Any one of them could have been his. If I'm sharing senses, do I use my
Yes.
skill check? That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what we'll say.
Do you want it blind?
No, this can be public.
0 points.
Sure.
Okay.
You notice a couple things. Taking a couple minutes looking over the corpse with this, who is obviously a ghoul, having sort of stepped to the side to give you full reign to look over the corpse. I mean, the corpse has already been partially dissected, so you're sort of in the middle of an autopsy, coming in and taking a look at it. But with that roll, you catch signs of two things that catch your attention. Primarily, you notice signs of poisoning, and mostly slow poisoning. But while you sort of lean towards that being the cause of death at first, a more thorough look at some of the organs that don't appear to have been poisoned show traces of disease. Whoever this was probably passed away from the disease before the poison.
Then I answer, he died from disease.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Leave it to the useless ones to bring tainted subjects in to test on. Well, nothing to do about
Did
that. then.
ruin your poison experiment?
Yes! How am I supposed to see the effects of the poison that I want if they're going to die too early? Makes it a bit of a problem.
A valid complaint. I like that it stepped out of the way of my line of sight of the doorway.
He stepped back to allow Zuka full reign. Take a look at the corpse. Dropping senses and making your way in yourself.
Yeah. It's gonna be so rude.
You do hear from through this barred door. Hello? Is anyone out there? You shut up in there. Sorry
I'll
about that.
slowly turn and look at him,
Oh, hush,
raising
just
an
legend.
eyebrow.
Guess who don't know how to wait their turn?
I see.
Wouldn't happen to have 4 fingers, would he?
No.
I think. Oh,
Or are you asking the ghoul if the ghoul
Yes.
has 4 fingers?
I'm asking the ghoul of the
Yeah.
one who was
He
impatient.
says the guy in what it looks to be a cell of some sort, potentially, does not have 4 fingers.
What about the ghoul itself?
No, not that you see.
Huh. Hmm.
Because he has no fingers.
Dun dun dun!
He has more fingers than all of you combined if we're counting the ones in his apron.
We're not.
Ooh.
Well,
Actually, do any of the fingers in his apron only have 4 fingers? Or did it?
that's a bit hard to see because some of the
Yeah.
hands are like partially in the pocket. Still, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Also, most of them look like they've at least been partially nibbled on.
That's fair. We count out any bitten ones probably.
I mean, you see some that are missing fingers, but not any that you could necessarily attribute to specifically being from a member of the 3-fingered hand with what you can see of them. Maybe they're members of the gang, maybe these are just hands he's fully bitten the fingers off of, or bitten a finger off of. You can't really tell. Well, thank you for stopping by, thank you for your help. What is it you're looking for? And I can send you on your way.
Do I have a message? I do. I will message Drag. How forthright do we want to be with this person?
He'll still hear that, won't he?
No.
You're mouthing the words quietly. It is not. It is a subtle spell, thankfully, is the great thing. So it doesn't have any obvious manifestations. Most of the time, I'll either ask for a deception check from you, or I'll just give them a general perception check to see if they notice. Because you're mouthing the words still. And if you're right there, he can probably see that you're mouthing
He's
something.
outside.
Azrael is right next to you.
Oh, I didn't notice him moving.
So he probably won't hear what you say, but he may notice that you are like mouthing something. And whisper or message is a common enough spell that it's typically.
Oh yeah.
If you see someone mouthing something openly, you can probably tell they're casting that spell. If you have any knowledge of magic.
It just seems like a good assumption.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But no, he would not. He'd need like a super high roll to be able to read what you're saying. Especially because you don't have lips.
That does,
That
make it a little harder.
It's a little hard to read lips when it's just jaw moving.
So, Drake. Yes, that's why we're here. How just forthright do we want to be?
There's only one of him.
Valid.
Um,
Out of character. We're hunting the group of red cloaks. Or do we know the name of their guild? Or their clan?
You've taken
The
to calling him the
three-finger-
3-fingered hand.
All right, the 3-fingered hand. They came drinking here and celebrating something.
At the end of the day, you're looking for a poisoner,
Yeah.
or the people responsible for the poisoning attempt of the farm.
Yeah. Doug, you wouldn't have to know anything about poisoning of the grain on the insert name of the farm.
Old Urgogs.
Old Orgots.
Old Urgog's farm.
Yeah? Is that what that farm was
do?
called? Oh. Did you people go investigate that farm?
It was quite a mess.
Oh, good. Give me a moment. I need some paper. I need a pen. Brought
Not a
some
very
over
effective
here.
poison. All
Well,
things
Hey,
considering.
I like this one.
How badly did they fuck up? I need to know at what stage they failed, because I don't know if it was my fault or theirs. So, tell me what you found.
How much do you know about Betsy?
About who?
That was the cow's name, right? Betsy?
Mosguta was the cow's name.
How much do you know about Mosguta?
That is a name that means nothing to me.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's kind of where you fucked up.
That doesn't help. The information I need.
Almost loses his composure.
Philip looks completely serious.
His bones are a little rattling, holding back the laughter.
Were there combined ingredients or separated ingredients?
I don't think anyone there died of poison.
Yeah, no one died of poison.
But even the poisoned green, we determined wouldn't have killed anyone. It would just make them like slightly ill.
Separated. Thank you. That's what I was asking for. Is it that hard to answer a question? Oh my gods.
It's been a trying few weeks.
Fair enough. Good to know it wasn't my fault, it was their fault for being stupid. This Mosguta, you said, is responsible for their failure? Well, they're dead now, so.
Zombie cow killed a whole lot of them.
Ah,
Yes.
losers.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it is what it is.
It's hard to find good help these days.
It really is. I mean, you concoct a recipe and tell people the simplest possible steps to carry it out, and they still fuck it up because there's a zombie cow. How hard is it to spot the goddamn cow?
She was a pretty big cow, too.
I'm going to find them. I'm going to kill them again myself.
Yeah.
Dear gods.
Did anyone ask you to poison that farm? Or is it simply for your own experiments?
Well, you know how it is. What is it called? Client confidentiality or something like that. They're paying me. I can't really afford to give away their name. You know how it is.
I didn't ask who, I just asked if.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You may call me Pescahi, freelance poisoner. An artist of the body, I like to consider myself.
What might your rates be?
Whew, that depends. If you're looking to hire me away, that's definitely negotiable. We can potentially do that.
I turn to look. No.
Well, why not?
As long as I'm not the one getting poisoned.
If you're paying me, you don't have to worry about it. Unless I have been testing out some poisons meant to strengthen the body and organs. I'm sure those would do wonders in helping your lifespan be increased, especially in such a dangerous environment. Can you all help me? He's kept me trapped here for days. Shut
1
up!
second.
You get the next brew. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, if you don't want to get poisoned, Philip, seems much less likely to happen if they're on our side.
I mean, I'd rather not get poisoned at all.
That's a fair assumption, fair preference to have.
You said negotiable. Let's negotiate.
All right. What are you looking to hire me for? Just looking to hire me away, or looking to hire me to do actual work and/or research?
I don't know if anyone. Group huddle.
Have fun.
Do we have any personal projects we could actually use Poisoner's help on?
While you're doing that,
Oh.
I'm going to take care of this one. I'll be back.
Have fun.
I very much will.
I don't actually care.
I mean,
Zuka's gonna go watch.
Philip
See,
does not have morals.
Zuka's just gonna make sure this is no one important.
There's a dude that looks like this in there.
I don't give a shit.
Does he look important at all?
Give me a society check.
Okay.
Actually, as you know what? No, Philip's gonna say something. Hey, as what's his name?
Pescahi?
Pescahi. Hey, Pescahi.
Yes.
Is he alive?
Cranes his head out of the door. In what sense? Emotionally, not for much longer. Physically, no.
Never mind. Good. Do you have his spleen?
Oh, do you have a spleen? That depends. If I have my spleen, do you keep me around? No, he doesn't have a spleen.
Is it
Alright,
in
never
good
mind.
condition?
Never mind. Never mind. Sorry about that, Pescahi.
I mean, I haven't done anything with it in a couple decades. You shut up. Oh. Sound of someone choking on something. Zuka, you watch as Pescahi just pulls a vial out and shoves it in his mouth.
He's
Well-
a nice guy.
You stay quiet.
You know, if we tell him, I can't do the voice and whisper, so I'm sorry. If we tell him that we're not going to kill him, and he can continue his work if he just tells someone about his work, we could probably just walk him straight to the Berlin.
Yeah.
Probably.
He might put up a fight when we get there.
I don't know if walking him straight through public to Berlin's office is the best idea.
He,
But,
he
like,
doesn't seem to be,
offering a brokerage between the two of them with us as the middlemen could be helpful.
he doesn't seem to be affiliated with them other than contractually.
Yeah, exactly. If we can't beat his offer, maybe Berlin can. So I don't think we have any personal projects at the moment. How much to hire you away? No personal projects at the moment.
Just get me to abandon these people. He comes out, closes the door behind him, sticks a key
Yeah, how
in it,
much,
locks it, starts chewing on
How much to
another
break
hand.
your contract?
To break contracts. It's a good question. Give me a diplomacy check real quick for me.
I would
Hold
love
on,
to.
hold on,
Okay,
Jacob.
okay,
What is your
okay.
diplomacy?
11.
Go right ahead. Mine is good. It's not that good.
Diplomacy of 11. Jesus fuck.
Mine's a 9.
It's my best skill.
Mine's 5. I am gun person. I am not.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
am not.
mine's a 9. It's just not.
Do you just want me to break my contract with them? Well,
And, not sign another one with them again
Well, for now.
there.
for a while. Not forever.
Okay. Oh, how you doing? Ooh. Well, that was a bit faster acting than I meant it to be.
Oh, that already.
Sorry.
He's not looking too good, that's for sure.
Well, that worked much better
Sorry,
than the last one.
that was out of character.
That was in character for me.
Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, he was the bar owner's brother. Probably shouldn't have killed him.
I don't think the bar owner's doing too hot.
The bar owner's very dead. But the brother here should have been next in line to inherit it. And so he
Well,
can
now
leave
it's
him.
yours.
Well, I wouldn't say it's mine, per se, but it could be yours.
I'm listening.
Just spitballing here. I need a
Wait,
place.
hold on. Philip, we
Yes.
have a friend. Does he want a bar? It would make an excellent front.
I'd have to go talk to him. But honestly, it would make a really good front.
I need to get sending. I just need like a 17 scrolls of sending.
That is a 5th rank spell, my dude.
We'll get there when we get there.
It would. He would. I think he'd appreciate. Can I do a recall knowledge on if
Jacob, how far can Suka get away from you?
Hold on.
what is
100
his
feet.
name? Also,
That's a wonderful question. I don't
I've
remember.
forgotten his name.
I do not remember it off the top of my
Is
head.
it the alchemist?
Yeah, Mr. Spleen Man.
Yeah, Mr. Spleen Man. I don't remember his name.
He definitely had
Spleen me a
one.
man. I don't know. Let's call him Moscow. Fuck it.
We'll just give him a different name every time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I have
he's
his
Mr.
family
Spleen Man.
name that he gave.
He's not going to question it.
And he gave
Requiem.
Berlin. Yeah,
If you
He's
hand him a
Mr.
bar, his name's whatever the fuck you say it is.
it truly is. Would he be interested in a bigger front? Does he stay in the meat market?
He stays up in. Oh, it is meat market. Never mind. I
Yeah,
don't know what
does
I'm
he
talking
stay-
about.
Hold on.
Does he stay
I
in the
feel
meat
like
market?
Philip should be rolling this at disadvantage. I feel like Philip has no idea what this man wants. This man was trying to kill him for a long time.
I do second that opinion. I will. I do think I should take a minus circumstance bonus to this. But is he operating out of the meat market because he wants to, or because he has to?
I feel like he lived there.
Well, yeah, but like by choice.
Can I make a recall knowledge with that?
I will allow a recall knowledge roll here. Yeah, the DC is going to be pretty high because, as has
Okay.
been mentioned now, you don't know him very well.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Well, you know him super well. You just don't know anything about him or what he wants.
Yeah,
I want to say his name was like Kevin, but I feel like that was wrong.
that's
No,
definitely
No, that's
wrong.
not it.
Uh,
This is why we take notes, folks.
he might appreciate a more open place of business. You'd probably have to check with him, to be quite honest.
I think I have someone who'd be interested.
Well, okay, I was mostly talking about if you would be interested. Don't you want to own a bar? Maybe not, that's a lot of work.
Oh, it's a lot of work. I mean, we could be the owners. I'll look back.
General thought, I need a place to continue working, and I quite liked my room.
Oh yeah, you could. We could become
But
the owners.
We've established you like touching people up.
I
Yes.
don't necessarily like the cutting up part. I just like the perfection of my art and my craft.
I have a friend you might
free room and
love.
board, and you knock your price down some.
Sold.
All right.
Jacob, go get our esteemed colleague.
Hmm?
That is. I'm trying to tell you to go get Berlin.
Can I see the town map? Oh, we're not that far, actually.
Ask why we're trying to go get Berlin.
Because I'm gonna have him confess everything. He works for us now.
Yeah, I'm.
Fair enough.
Also, she has the money.
Yeah, he hasn't actually told us his rate yet.
I'm assuming it is out of our price range.
Probably.
And Berlin having access to good old government money.
Yep. I wanted to check. Do I have?
Or I would have said go get our pocketbook. That's more obvious that I'm
Yes.
talking about Berlin than
Yes.
Go get our pocketbook. Yes, the Blood Lord, referred to as our pocketbook.
I thought I had an ability that let me go away from my Eidolon for a small duration. That might be a feat.
Probably a
I don't
feet.
see it.
Because
I don't see it
normally
under-
you're limited to 100 feet away.
Yeah, I thought there was something that let me do it for like a couple minutes.
There may be.
I don't see it
know.
under Evolution Surge, so that's not something I currently have.
I mean, if it's anything like the 5th edition Echo Knight one, it was like 1,000 feet range.
No.
It's not. You're
Well, you should be
limited
able
to being within 100 feet of your Eidolon.
I'm at the feet.
Yeah. I could go talk right now. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
What?
Oh, that's the zombie. Okay,
That's-
okay.
Yeah, it's a
Yes,
zombie.
his
It's a
music is
zombie.
quite calming.
I was like, wait, there's another person over
Very
here.
good we could come to a deal, otherwise he was absolutely going to kill you. Again. I assume the skeletons here, yes, you're of course dead, brought by the necromantic sins of your forebears,
Hmm.
and the
Off my keyboard.
flesh bag here, well, we can rectify that at some point.
Oh, before I go, do you know what happened to all the bodies? They disappeared very quickly.
I assume you took them.
I did not directly take them, but my boss did.
Your boss?
Your ex-boss. You can tell us very soon. We must get the pocketbook first.
Probably in the middle of attempting to reanimate at least one of them at the moment.
That makes sense. So every time I walk up there, there's something else like come back. I'm like, huh, that's interesting.
Go get the pocketbook.
You're
I'm just
fun.
gonna. I look at Drag. I'm like,
Wait, but he never told me his rates.
It doesn't matter. I don't think there's nothing Berlin can't pay.
No, but it'll probably matter for Berlin, because Berlin's not going to go out of her way to come here.
Mhm. Oh,
She's-
I assume
she's
she's
gonna
just
say,
in the
how much
butler.
is it, and maybe
Yeah.
maybe give you the money for it.
He'd like write me a check.
Right, for the bank that's not in business anymore.
I assume she's just gonna send the butler.
Yeah,
Mirk or Reacher, maybe?
if I had to come back with like an attaché
Yeah, because
or
if she
something.
showed up, there's no way in hell this man is talking.
Mhm.
oh
Or
god,
he's
no.
gonna start babbling for his life and beg for even higher rates.
You think?
One of the two.
Well,
Depends on if he's scared of the bloodlord or not.
you have fun going to get them.
He's waiting for the pocketbook to come back before he tells me his rate, so I'll just leave.
Oh, if you're looking for a rate, if you just want me to break contracts with potential additional employment coming after that, because I do need, of course, funding. Just room and board isn't very much.
No, but it's convenience.
It's convenient, but I do still need money to perform my experiments.
You do. You need ingredients.
So, let's say 150 gold pieces should be enough.
Just upfront lump sum, or do
Yeah,
you need
let's say
on a
lump
recurring
sum.
basis? Okay.
I mean, to break immediate contract, let's say 80 gold. And then additional 70 would come in, I don't know, installments over the next decade or so.
Slowly be counting through my coin purse as we're
Just
talking.
ask for the 150.
I'm just leaving.
Just ask for the 150 up front, Jacob. That way we don't
Yeah.
ever have to pay him again.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with interest. Not the compounded gap interest. No, for decades.
That's how
No,
they get
no.
it.
That's how they get money.
No, Jacob. We'll pay it out in interest like we're paying him. But we're not gonna. It's not gonna come out of our pocket because we're just asking for the 150.
I feel like that's a
Alright.
bad idea.
Let's see if I get fucking jumped on my way to Berlin's.
Well, no,
It's,
because
just the two of you
It-
with me here now, yes?
Yeah, just us.
Let's see if you fuckers get jumped as soon as the medic leaves.
he'll sit on this bench.
Probably.
You're laying on the bench that has a corpse on it.
I sit on it, kick my feet.
I got my
there
gun on
was,
my side.
there was laughing. Repeat what you're doing.
I am sitting on this bench and kicking my feet like a bored child.
Gotcha. Just next to this corpse.
We live in Geb.
Yeah.
And?
Go ahead and roll a flat check for me.
Oh
If it
no.
bites me, I'm going to punch it in the face.
I'll help him.
Also, what am I rolling?
Flat check, just a flat d20 roll. So, Dragon Philip, can you roll initiative for me, please?
Yeah.
Oh
God
my
damn it.
god. I mean, I'm just gonna punch it in the face.
How far did I actually get?
Probably
Like-
5 fucking feet, because I was gonna do this before you even left the room.
Probably not out the door.
Yeah, we'll say you're like one move action out of the room.
Okay. You want to just jam me through the walls? We
The power of GM. Oh.
we were having such a nice conversation.
I
He was so
finish
polite.
moving you. He was. He's not attacking.
Yeah, the zombie is, and I'm going to shoot the zombie.
Well, Drag just hops up on the chair as you guys continue to walk away. I guess I'll ask for you to roll initiative as well, Azriel. You hop up on the bench and just start kicking your feet, Drag, as you watch Azriel walk away, and Pescahi looks at you. So, what do you want to talk about while we wait?
Oh, were those your notes in the other room?
Yes, you did not touch them, did you?
I might have collected them. I'm just going to put them in a binder.
I mean, if I'm going to be staying here, I am going to need those back.
Well, yes, but they must be organized.
I had them organized in a very specific way. Please hand them back now. Or where are they?
Probably still in this bag. Hold on.
Just like loosely dropped in the bag.
No, I'm not a heathen. They're in a nice stack, perfectly squared, like, shuffled on a table like you shuffle. Or even sorted by what table they came off of. Come on, I'm not a heathen. Look, they were just so interesting. I couldn't.
They didn't need to be touched. Why would you touch them when you're beginning your exploration of a place like this? Get them on your way out.
Look. This is fair. But I care more about knowledge than I care about these bodies. Hence why that one is dead. Points at the cage he's standing outside of.
He's not dead yet. He will be soon, though.
Looks over and stares.
Stupid fucking
He's being a little slow. Die faster.
Philip, are you doing anything as Azriel's walking away? Azriel, it would come to your turn in the meantime as well if you were just continuing
No,
to move away.
I have no intention of doing anything. I mean, I'm just.
Okay.
Also, I would have taken the papers out and set them in a nice neat stack on the floor.
Okay. Cool.
Look, if he's working for us, he can have his papers back. Look, they're sorted by what table they came off on and everything.
As you set the pages down and perhaps hop back up on the table, you do nudge the corpse a little bit as you do.
Yeah, squish bag. Is he actually torn in half, or is that just the art?
Mostly.
It's amusing.
They were in the middle of being dissected when you guys came in. You nudge it again?
No, nudge it away from me. Nudge the legs away from me.
Oh, cool.
I'm sitting by the legs.
As
like
you nudge one of the legs away from you,
Sitting like right here.
it moves back.
Do you care about this one?
The fingers start to twitch.
That's directed at him.
Oh, it's not supposed to be doing that.
They insert a bullet.
Again, do you care about this one?
It's going to make an attack against you, Drag, as it has
That's
been
fine.
made aware of your presence. And it is going to gain mild sentience and attack you.
Oh,
It does not
interesting.
have the sword like the artwork. But the
That's
artwork
such
looks
good
cool.
artwork,
It
though.
looks so cool. Pirate zombie. Fantastic artwork for it. It is prone, so it is just gonna grab for you with its fist, and it is gonna deck you in the side for 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Unfortunate.
Ow. And it's going to attempt to hold on to you with a grapple here. Just barely managing. It just sort of reaches out, grabs, and just starts crushing your arm as it is away. I will also need you, Drag, to give me a fortitude save. Very nice. All right. That will bring us to the other one, with one corpse being disturbed that does agitate the other one. It is going to flop off the table standing up and just make its way at you, Philip.
Weren't you just dissecting that one?
I was. If I'm being honest.
Pisagi, how much do you care about
My
these
name
corpses?
is not Pisagi. I
What
am
is
not
his name
Soggy. Let's make one thing very clear. It's Pescahi.
I pronounce Pescahi. I pronounce his name correctly. Let's be clear.
Honestly, I'm a little intrigued at the moment. It looks like they self-reanimated. I did not mean for that
Yes.
to happen.
But how much do you care about them continuing to be intact?
Go for it.
Cool.
I won't help you at all, but...
No, that's fine.
Pescahi?
You're
Yes,
not employed
Pescahi.
yet. You're not employed yet.
Yes, what is your question? By the way,
you
I don't
might-
think I got your name.
You don't get that. You might want to lock that door.
Which door?
The one he's standing in front of. I don't know.
Oh, he already locked it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. The entire action did not happen.
He locked that door when he first came out. He's just, like, standing here chewing on a hand at the moment. It is your turn, Drag.
Ooh. I have this neat thing since I decided to refocus.
The
Called
claws.
anger. Called angry.
I believe that is... Oh, it's not a manipulate action. That's hilarious. They just grow out of your fingers.
Yep.
Look at that.
And I'm just gonna turn and just sock this thing in the face with my other arm.
Go for it. Target! A 13 hits. It's a zombie. Oh, that's some good damage. And it's a zombie, so slashing damage, very effective.
Yep.
As you just carve out this creature's neck.
Oh no, just punch, just straight up punching it in the face until it stops moving.
Well, we have to flavor that as slashing. A little bit, at least.
Look at this giant claws coming out of my hand and into its face. Come on, it's like Wolverine.
Wouldn't that be
Stabby,
piercing,
stabby.
then?
Shh.
I am a stickler for the details.
More punching.
That is another hit. Very nice damage. All right.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Asriel, that brings us to your turn.
Probably don't know anything's wrong. There was no yelling. It was just a nice, pleasant conversation as we
Yeah.
maul some zombies to death.
Everything okay back there?
I'll look at Drag. Do we think... Does he still need to go fetch the checkbook?
Like this. Do I even hear him?
Philip? Or Asriel?
Philip. Or not Philip, Azrael.
Yeah, you hear Asriel call that out.
I don't know how far away he is, and I don't know how loud the zombies are being.
They're not being
next
super
room.
loud.
Also,
How's this one looking?
Injured.
It's
Badly
fine.
injured.
It's fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Bye.
Philip, that brings us to you then, as Azrael
Gone!
continues to walk away.
It's such a
Azrael, you'll
Oh.
absolutely hear the echoing sound of the gunshot ring
Up.
out.
You guys, it's like weird noises. You guys okay back there? We're fine. Bang.
Oh, you're shooting that one.
Oh
No,
my
I'm critting
God.
that one.
I guess I'm fine.
Deleted.
I just want to imagine. It's grabbed my arm. I just look over at it, punch it in the face twice, and then its head explodes. Him shooting it.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. The head vanishes. A red mist coats your hand. From
It's like
this
going
creature's
for
blood.
going for punch number 3, and there's no longer a head there.
You very narrowly miss the bullet hitting your hand as well.
Oi!
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll reload the gun. I will fucking do it again.
Go for it.
Oh shit! Sorry, I hit the normal attack.
Well, that will not hit.
All right, I'm gonna hero point this, but just reroll with -5
Yeah.
instead of using a hero point, and I'll just subtract one manually.
By the way, you still have non-lethal toggled on.
God damn it! Okay, well then that's supposed to be a 10, not a.
It still would not hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And,
Where does that bullet go?
Into the wall.
Good.
It pings off the pail of viscera. Well, it's the zombie's turn. It's gonna attempt to punch you, Philip.
Okay.
Here comes a giant fist.
Patrick, no!
Hey, he'll miss too. He'll try again. So
Ping,
what else
ping,
is he
ping.
gonna do? No, I wanted to get a hit in. Come on, game. Give it to me.
I believe in you. You got this. You got this,
I
Jericho.
don't. He misses
You got this,
twice and
Jericho.
he's slowed. It's a zombie.
You got this, Jericho.
He's fucking useless. Stupid level 1 zombies.
Where is this one in initiative?
Well,
After
it
me.
went right after Philip, and it's your turn again, Drag, now. It went
Alright,
between
I was
the two of
curious if it was I was curious if it was at top of the round or not.
you. Bottom.
I will hold till after Philip's turn. He's got this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep relaxing on my bench.
Azrael, are you continuing to leave after hearing a gunshot?
He said it was fine.
Excuse you, 2 gunshots.
Oh, that is correct. 2 gunshots. Alright, then as you continue to leave, Philip, we get to you.
Reload. Gun.
That's a hit. That's 16 or 8 damage. Nice.
And then,
Nice.
last attack for the turn. I'll punch him in the face. I'll punch the zombie in the face. Why not?
Sure.
Why couldn't that be gun? Why couldn't that have been gun? I gotta get up now.
Fuck.
Crit your unarmed strike damage.
Fuck yeah! Another 8
Let's
points
go!
damage!
Alright. Dry, would you like to get up, or would you like to still leave Philip to it?
It stole my kill. I'll
Oh my
waltz
fucking
over here.
God. Oh, you couldn't have given me flanking earlier? Thanks.
gonna waltz over here and just
Sit down on the other bench.
no. Walk up behind it
Mm-hmm.
and
Slash it repeatedly.
no.
Fucking
There's
shit.
just now claws through its face, staring Philip in the eye.
Nice. It's still up.
Well, it can do it. It can have the other hand.
Yeah. That'll
It can
do
have
it.
the other hand. There's just claws sticking out of its face now.
My zombies are so effective in combat.
I look at the claws. You know what? That's fair. I shake the few teeth loose from my hand.
It's gonna drag. If the hands are still in its face, I'm just gonna drag its body over to the doctor.
Ooh, yes, I do need to take a look at that now. Want to see how it's reanimated.
Sorry about the head and the other one.
Not not necessary.
Okay. Might be a little singed.
There
That's
is no
fine.
head on the other one.
You're
Blew it up.
I meant the
talking about
stump.
the neck being singed. Azrael, I have to ask, are you, like, walking over to Berlin's? Are you running over there? What sort of speed are you going?
We'll give like a
Can't
power
believe-
walk. We don't
Okay.
like
I
we
can't
don't
believe the
tire
punch
ourselves.
got a fucking crit.
I love gunslinger punches, man. They're so
Zombies
fun.
have no AC.
I cannot believe. Yeah, but the fucking gun didn't get a crit.
No, because you're bad.
You sock it in the face with all your might, and you go to look and see how much damage you did. There's just claws coming out of its face.
There's some teeth stuck in your knuckles.
Plus 10, no crit. Plus 5, crit.
Yeah.
Thanks, game.
Gaming.
Yeah, I want to leave Zuka manifested because I don't want to like have to if something happens, I don't want to waste 3 actions bringing her back.
Which is completely fair.
So we're gonna go just 2 straight each every round. So just
Okay. So you would be moving at full speed then.
Yeah.
Because that's effectively running if you're staying, like, full move speed. It would mean you're not taking any exploration actions as you go.
Also,
Yeah,
I can't remember. Does spells long rest only in this? Come back.
What? Yes. Focus spells you can refocus at any point. You have 10 minutes for it.
I mean, I'm going to do that. He's going to be more than 10 minutes.
Spell slots you only get back on a long rest. We're going to go ahead and take our break here, though. So stand up, stretch, get some water, and we will
Perfect
come
time.
back and continue from here. All right, welcome back. So, as Azrael leaves to go check with Berlin for money, Pescahi sort of steps over, looks at the body for a minute, but then more so, if we're going to be working together, do you mind if I go start hanging these back up? I'm going to be a little bit to do so. But once you come back with your, what you say, pocketbook? Just meet me
One
over
of them
there.
might be a bit hard to hang. It doesn't have a head.
Sense motive.
I'm going to hang up my papers again.
Oh,
Sense motive on that.
Sure.
you know what? I'll feel bad. I'll go with him.
He seems genuinely annoyed, Philip, by the fact that all of his papers got removed from where he had them and he has to go put them back now. But yeah, if you want to go with Drag, Pescahi will
I've carried
pages away.
back papers.
Philip, are you staying on your own in here?
Yeah, why not? I'll look around.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like the perfect time to go snoop.
Yeah. Feel free to snoop wherever you'd like. You see the poisoned zombie. He's definitely a zombie, with how decayed he is. So the fact that there is a poison working on him, mildly concerning, potentially.
Impressive, to be
Definitely
honest.
impressive, yeah. Someone there.
Yeah. Was that him saying that, or is that someone else?
That is this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good talk.
As you walk away from the dying again zombie over here and get a little bit closer to the vats over here, you can see there's about 4 wooden vats that are stained from like excessive leaks that have gone without repair. There's mold and seepage crusting at the seams of them. The distribution pipes leading between the vats into the western hall with the rest of the regular vats look like they're about to burst over here. There is a raised walkway to the south and eastern walls of the room, though it looks like that same mold sort of covers the walkway where it's closest to the vats.
You can get to the dogs now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. They don't notice you yet, but at the far end, far, far north of where you are right now, you can see a number of what look to be zombie hounds currently tearing at the flesh of something. You can
Okay.
see
I
just
just
torn cloth, scraps of flesh, bone littering the floor up there.
look at him.
I'd mimic the sound of zombie dogs tearing at flesh, but you can imagine it well enough.
Bark, bark.
Your imagination needs help.
There are many things about me that need help, Jericho.
How stealthy are you attempting to be, Philip?
Once I noticed the dogs, pretty stealthy.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll. Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just standing there, taking a look and watching for a while.
Can I do a perception check? Is there anything else I notice in this room?
You may give me a roll if you'd like, but from where you are, you probably don't see much else.
Okay.
Yeah, from there you don't see anything. Maybe if you went further in or up onto the balcony, you might be able to get a view of other things, but from
I'll
where
wait
you
until
are...
everyone's back. I have no desire to disturb the dogs.
Sure. They definitely look occupied at the moment, eating something.
I'll wait until their master gets back.
Okay. Then, Drag, anything you'd like to talk with Pescahi about while folding
his notes.
or going over the notes? Yeah, you just want to talk about his various poisonings over the years.
Oh yes, that's much detail about the human anatomy.
He would be happy to go into extreme detail as the two of you are like just hanging up the pages again.
I want all of the gory details.
He will give you all of the gory details.
Oh, excellent.
In particular, like, he'll take certain notes and talk about, like, when he got unexpected results from what he was specifically going for, and how that sent him down a rabbit hole that led to this, the most wonderful way to watch a creature's skin slide right off its still living bones.
Oh,
Just immaculate to watch.
beautiful.
So you guys have a fun conversation about that. While Ezreal, you eventually make your way over to Berlin's Manor. You find the front gate open. You do not see the Major Domo there. You see a couple corpse tenders with zombies about still. You see one of the zombies that you recognize from the Crooked Coffin currently being looked over by 2 or 3 of these corpse tenders. But you're free to make your way up to the mansion.
I will do so.
All right. Make your way up. Are you knocking at the front door? Or are you just going in?
I'll go in. There's like a waiting room presumably inside, right? Like a little lobby.
Well, there's the front room, and then there was a sitting room you guys have stayed in before. But this is both her office and her home.
Oh, then I'll knock.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely knocking would be what is expected of you.
You know, don't be like impertinent. Rick would be disappointed in me.
A minute or two pass, and the door opens with the Major Domo. Yes. Ezreal, welcome.
Thank you. Is Berlin in? I have information for her.
The mistress is in at the moment, yes.
Could I request an audience?
1 minute. He'll close the door on you. Actually, no. He would invite you into the sitting room. They would not close the door on you. You will be invited into the sitting room, O Major Domo. Mirk goes to check with Berlin. Where's my art for Mirk, by the way? Did I ever show you guys what Mirk looks like?
I don't think so.
Oh, I never showed Mirk's artwork. It's not what you are going to expect it to look like, and it's because I don't think they gave him custom art. They just used basic art. This is Major Domo Mirk.
That's a woman.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Again, I don't
not
think
a
that's
man.
what anyone expected.
No.
Is that how he shows up for work every day?
Would you
According
like
to the art gallery I have, yes.
Like, would you like Zombie Ghoul Butler? I can get you Zombie Ghoul Butler.
I have a couple of other butlers. I just find it funny that in my art gallery, that is the artwork directly ascribed to Mirk. I just find that funny, because I think that is just basic ghoul art used in something else.
It would appear so.
I have multiple other artworks I could potentially use. That would be objectively better. That one makes me laugh. But a minute or two passes, and he will come back. Right this way, the mistress would be happy to speak with you at the moment. And he will lead you over to Berlin, who is in her office at the moment, not currently in a meeting.
What time of day is it?
At the moment, it is approaching dinner time. You're probably getting to her manor right around right before 5 o'clock, realistically.
A small polite bow and just like, good evening.
Ah, Asriel. Good to see you again. I was actually just in the middle of trying to reanimate our dear friends from the bank.
Ah.
What brings you over here and so alone? Don't tell me you've lost your companions.
Only some of them.
Fair. Philip would be much easier to bring back if he has fallen. Feel free to bring his corpse by and we'll get him resurrected. Or reanimated, lickety-splits.
Eventually.
A bit more effort, but not impossible.
Not much left of that one. Or me, for that matter.
For that matter, yes. Not much left, but not impossible for one such as myself.
No. But we found the individual responsible for the poisoning of insert name farm.
Old
Old
Urgogs.
Urgogs.
Yep, I'm never gonna remember that one.
Well, that's
I don't know
wonderful.
why I can remember that one so easily.
It just surprises me every time. Old Urgog's farm.
Well, that's
One of those where I
wonderful.
feel like it's on the tip of my tongue every time, but I never
Yep.
get a chance to say it because Philip is so quick.
Uh,
So I don't know if I'm actually remembering it or Philip is just beating me to the punch.
So, Philip,
he
you
was.
and I are not allowed to say it next time.
Oh no.
Shut the hell up.
He was so
Attack a tree,
kind
Hercules
to
wins.
explain that he was hired to do it. The
that
compound
checks
was
out.
such a feeble poison because it was not mixed together properly. Possibly because they were too busy dying to the what? I just think Old Bessie now because of you. How could you? Guta?
Mosquito.
Mosquito. They might have been a bit busy dying to Mosquito to mix the poison properly.
Well, one of them you also know got killed in the trap at, like, the trapped gate. The ones that had the poison ingredients weren't actually killed by Mosquito. They were either killed by the trapped gate or in what looked to be a fight with a number of the farmhands.
She knows the details.
Well, that's wonderful to know. So the poisoner has been killed, destroyed, and, well, I quite frankly care more about this one that hired them. What's the news on them?
He was not willing to betray his, what did he call it? Client confidentiality.
Oh, good, one of those people.
Yes, professional mercenary. But he was willing to void his contract and work for them no further.
Right, I was going to
But,
peg him as one of the tax collectors, but if he's willing to void a contract, then probably not a member of the tax collectors. Did you happen to figure out any faction affiliation?
Was I actually in I guess, is it ear sight? That doesn't sound right. Hearing
Earshot?
range? Earshot. Was I in earshot when he, said he didn't like the celebrants?
Give me a retroactive perception check.
Okay. So I had just stepped out of the room when he did that.
Right, and he wasn't saying it loudly.
Yeah.
As while others were talking.
Average.
You might have caught it.
Do not believe he's a celebrant.
Well, that narrows it down. 80% chance of getting it right now, then. Assuming he's not a member of one of the minor factions, in which case... 98% chance of getting it wrong. Well... Anyway... So we don't know who's behind him yet, but I imagine you're not too far off of figuring that out.
Probably not too far.
Wonderful. Well, when can I expect to know, actually? Do you think you could have that information by dinner time tomorrow?
The point,
We
Jacob.
could probably torture it out of him, but I think he'd be more useful as an ally. Or at least not an enemy.
Oh, he hasn't been destroyed. Okay.
Oh no, he was willing to break contract.
Right.
Mere 150 gold pieces.
Oh, only 150 gold pieces?
Only half up front. And, if you need services of a poisoner.
And so I should take it under advisory that you wish for me to pay this.
Stares at hand wraps. Runes are quite expensive these days. They've kind of a. I'm trying to think of the word. I don't not like cocky, but kind of like a teasing, like she's in on the joke smile.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You might need a diplomacy here, Jesus. Hold on.
I think I'm gonna ask for a diplomacy roll here.
That's fair. That's reasonable. We lost our good noble talker. I'm just good at like talking to normal people. I'm a fucking filthy commoner. Let's go!
Hey!
So just making sure I'm on the same page. Well, if I give you this amount, at least for the initial payment, can I take that as a promise you'll have the information we seek, and perhaps even the head of the person who hired him by dinner time tomorrow?
Don't commit to that, please.
Out of character.
Yeah.
They managed to raise the big things, and the big things could beat our ass.
Yeah, out of
you
character.
Would know this.
Yeah, out of character. Absolutely fucking not in character. He's gonna like deliberately think on that for look pensive and thinking about it.
Also, which one were they reanimating when you got there? Was it who was it?
Were they in the middle of
reanimating something when you got there?
They were looking over
her.
one
Yes.
of some of the whatchamacallit, corpse tenders were looking over one of the, not the brutes, just the regular shamblers that escaped from here?
Probably not tomorrow night, but we're more and more, not more and more. We are narrowing who it could possibly be. He said he let slip that they were a necromancer of some decent skill.
That's mildly problematic. You see, I have a dinner tomorrow night with our fair governor, Mr. Seven Stomachs, and I would love nothing more than to be able to present the head of the one who tried so desperately to meddle with our town's livelihood at that meal.
I would love nothing more than to present that to you, but I cannot promise such results in merely a day. That would be impolite of me, with no guarantee of such a time.
Perhaps I hired the wrong people then. That's okay. You have
He looks a little offended at that.
adequately met expectations up until this point, I suppose.
Looks only mildly offended at this, but take what you can get.
You just had one of the 60 leaders of the country effectively ask you to do something and you said no.
She said do a really hard thing in like 24-hour notice.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I'll do the thing. I don't know if I can get it done by like dinner tomorrow, Chief. I'll do it my best shot, but I'm not promising.
It has always been a sore point in my belief that Geb and its occupants operate so casually and slowly when it comes to getting things done. I, for one, am someone who prefers to set her mind to something and accomplish that task with all haste. So how about this? I will give you the money for this initial payment to break contract. You will do your best to get me the head of the one responsible for the poisoning by tomorrow
Soon
night.
as possible.
If you cannot get it to me by tomorrow night, then on top of their head, I will expect full repayment.
Ooh.
Yeah, he'll ponder that for about like 3 seconds. Give a nice balance. These terms are very generous and agreeable.
I'm glad. Well, let me get a contract written up then. After all, we can't just go off of each other's word, can we?
No.
We'll take more time as
I am
Azrael
glad
writes
you
a
are signing
contract.
That contract.
She's making me write the
Nick
contract.
fucking me.
Well, she's writing it with you there, and you're making sure
Okay.
you agree on the terms, and then we'll sign it
Okay.
while you're there. So, effectively, terms of the contract will be... She will effectively lend you 80 gold pieces right now, because that was the initial payment. If you can learn who was in charge of the poisoning plot and bring their head to Berlin before dinner tomorrow, she will waive repayment of that 80 gold. If you cannot, then it is still expected you bring the head as quickly as possible, but you must repay that full 80 gold within a month as well.
I mean, at that point, we just kill the poisoner and take the money back from him.
Well, that's fair.
That's my mental track here. Is like, well, the money is for him. if we can't get the money, we don't get him. Oh well.
Well.
I would like to take the hustle action to get back to my group.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
it's-
say, after you sign that contract, Drag and Philip, it's definitely longer than you expected it to take
Also,
for Azrael to get
side
back.
note, I have a very important
spy
question. Hey,
with
Jacob,
my-
whose name did you sign on that contract?
Very good fucking
Presum-
question.
Presumably mine.
Just
Thank
yours?
you. No, don't
God
correct
bless.
him.
Nope,
Don't
nope.
correct him.
He said just his.
Azrael signed up, but the terms of the contract would have been to bind Azrael and companions.
God
Fuck!
damn. I can't
She's
just murder
smart.
Ezreal.
One of the 60-odd leaders of the country. She's not going to leave really any loopholes for you guys.
Look,
Are they-
man, I don't know how distracted she is by this banquet tomorrow.
It's not a banquet or anything. She's just having dinner with the governor.
She's a bloodlord. It's a
Yeah.
banquet.
Yeah.
It is a banquet.
It's a banquet to a normie. You
Alright.
can't tell me otherwise.
Are
That's just because she goes overboard when she cooks, okay?
are
Don't call her out.
Drag and Mr. Man McFace Man
I
back in
think-
the room?
I don't think so, because I think they probably got really distracted talking about the notes.
If we go through all of this and he betrays this man, I would kill this man and bring him back to life with his 80 gold and then kill him again. Much more painfully.
I'm just sitting here kicking my feet.
Oh.
Just
Fine.
chilling out in the corner there, Philip, oiling your gun.
I am.
Yeah. What else am I supposed to fucking
sprinting
do
it
at this
back.
point?
All right. After a little while, oh shit! Did not mean to do that. Well, damn it! I did it again. 2 campaigns in a row. I tried to hit the plus 10 minutes button on my world clock and hit plus 1 week instead, because they're right next
You
to
know
each
what?
other.
I've been sitting here for a fucking week.
Yeah. Philip has starved to death.
Mission failed.
I have eaten the corpses.
You owe 80 gold to Berlin. A little while passes. It does take some time to write the contract, so you are making your way back to the Crooked Coffin at around 5:30. Drag, you and Piscahi are still talking. You've almost stopped, like, hanging things up at this point and are just going over the different poisons he has tried over the decades.
Interesting. You are quite versed.
It is my livelihood, or my my unlivelihood, as it is said.
You might enjoy working with your new companion.
I plan to make full use of my appointment, we'll say. As the clacking of hooves over stone makes its way around the corner, and you all hear Azrael come running in.
I completely forgot you were hoofed.
I also forgot you were hoofed.
Fucking demon.
Correct!
Wild. No. Stop stepping on the keyboard.
Not the hooves on the keyboard. Not only am I hoofed, I am nimbly hooved.
Azrael, get off my keyboard. What are you doing?
The nimble hooves.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
At least they're not ankle wings. That'd be weird.
Yes, you're in air jail. Suffer.
Air jail.
Cat
Not
keeps
the ankle
climbing-
wing.
He keeps climbing across my keyboard, so now he's in air jail.
It's weird to see like a skeleton pant for breath.
Just jaw makes the motions of panting.
My bones, they ache.
Do I see this?
You probably
No.
hear Azrael coming in, or at least you hear hooves on the flagstones. Could be a horse in the bar. You're not sure.
You are
I'm about as fast as one.
very
I spy with my
Yeah.
little eye.
But, I'll take a minute to compose myself in the barrel room and then head on in.
Oh boy, it's blood.
I do want you guys to know
Yeah.
that was the easiest TPK setup I've ever had in my life. I took
Jesus.
so much self-restraint.
Was this guy just murdering half the party when I
Yes.
leave?
You had the easiest time in existence.
That would have
Would
been
he?
so rude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Shit!
just gotta beat me and then go in the other room, beat Philip.
He's higher
Oh, you
level
get
than
two-
you.
He had 2 minions in that fight if you wanted them.
He could have opened like the cell and got the 3
Oh my
zombies on his side. He had
So
We were
once again, I
so
reiterate. Once again, I reiterate.
easiest.
His boss's head by tomorrow.
Ex-boss, he works for us now. Okay.
I'll also say
Uh,
above table, I would not have told you to get her head by tomorrow if it was not possible for you guys. Realistically,
I figured.
I would,
but
as a
it's-
GM, I would not give you guys
Yeah.
an impossible task.
I
Not that mean.
I mean, like, it's not. Worst comes to worst, we just give the gold back. Like, it's
look.
not.
Sometimes
And lose Bernie's
players-
respect.
sometimes the
Ah.
players just need to learn.
Right. Well, hey, check my other Bloodlords group with the 200 time skip of punishment for them not
Fuck.
learning.
Fucking
we'll get back on
around
the get
and
there.
finding out very
Yeah.
rapidly.
All right, Azrael comes back. What's this man's name again?
I'll pop my head out. Hey!
Hello. I
Ugh,
come bearing gifts and great tidings, and also
Shut
bad
up.
tidings.
I yawn. Do you have coffee?
Philip, go get your fucking coffee dealer.
Reach inside my rib cage
Actually,
and, like,
yeah. Could I have gotten my boy while we were here?
I
While I was
gone for,
fucking
like,
waiting.
probably an hour.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
That
why
would
would I
take
send
a
him
bit
now? I
longer.
should have gone like an hour ago.
Could I have gone gotten my fucking guy? Could we? I guess we both wouldn't have gone.
You would not be
No.
back here by the time Azrael gets back, because that'll take longer to go to him.
I think I'll still.
I mean,
do
You
it.
could go get some shitty booze from the front.
It takes longer to get to him, but Azrael had to
think
write a
I'd-
contract.
I think I'd still after we settle everything and Azrael goes into the TPK corner of doom. I'd probably at some point poke my head in and go like, "Hey, I'm gonna go fetch our new bartender."
Moscow or whatever his name is.
Yeah, who fucking
Yep.
knows what his name is.
I think it's objectively funnier if we don't try and remember what his name is now.
I like Moscow.
Agreed.
We can change it every session.
Was it Bosco? I feel like it was Bosco.
It's not Bosco. That's the bear
No.
from Avatar.
I'll have to
Don't
look
ask me
at the
how I know
old
that.
VOD.
Oh,
Figure it
true.
out.
Oh yeah, we do have VODs.
Yeah, it's almost like I've been uploading.
All of them except the one session it fucking mattered.
Oh god.
Yeah,
So sad.
It was the funniest thing in this entire campaign.
Look, the misadventures of Thomas is in the annals of our mind only.
I'm gonna subject Thomas to this poisoner in a minute.
Oh no.
You promised him you wouldn't. You promised him
Oh my
a
fucking
break.
god! Not the
I did
After
promise
what you
him.
did to him earlier.
I did promise him.
You made
It's
a
time to find out how
promise,
much that my word means.
I would like to give this man his money.
Run him his pockets.
Philip, would you have run to go meet Moscow?
Yeah, I'm going to get Moscow.
Did you like at least have gone to get him earlier?
Yeah, we can say
the
you
moment-
went.
The moment after we killed, I'd pop my head and go like, I'm gonna go get Moscow.
after you did a little look, so you would have left a minute or two after Azrael. Made your way over to the meat market, made your way down. He is in the midst of brewing some coffee. Oh, hey, would you look who it is?
I've got a question
Philip.
for you. That's me.
What brings you
Quick
here?
question for you.
Yeah. Are you here to sell me your
How-
spleen?
No, a little bit better actually.
Mm,
How would you like to run a bar and have a potentially easier access to spleens?
oh, that is tempting. Tempting.
You gotta really sell this, Philip. I'm counting on you.
You own a bar now?
Yeah. Is it that surprising?
Philip, have you ever looked in the mirror?
I couldn't afford one. And I say that with no recognition of what it sounds like.
As he just purses his lips and nods at you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, sit down. You want some coffee?
Yeah, I'll take a cup.
Awesome. Let me get the additives for you. Give me just
Thank
a
you.
minute.
Oh, take your time. Take your time.
Bring that up. So, tell me about this. You got a bar you've come into, and you want me to bartend for you? I mean, bartending's not really my thing. I do the coffees, I do liquids, but
Sounds very
alcohol
fucking
hasn't
fun.
been one.
Totally. Look, I totally understand. I totally get it. I mean, your coffee's great.
Thank
no
you.
one's gonna complain. You got
Right.
great coffee.
Well, then,
We're
have you
more.
thought?
It's more so a front.
Look, a front. Okay. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna do this, I want to go all out. How much are we relying on it staying brewery? Could we turn it into a coffee shop?
I mean, I'm okay with you turning it into a coffee shop. I see nothing wrong with that.
See, when you say you're okay with it, that leads me to believe you're not the sole decision maker in this enterprise, and
Which
so
is
I
which is
feel
a correct assumption.
mildly, disrespected by the fact that only part of the organization is coming to seek me out here. If you're really looking for my expertise, I would have thought there was some sincerity behind it.
Oh no, there's complete sincerity behind it. The
I'm sure
three of
they
us
sent
agreed.
you.
The three of us agreed that we want you behind the bar. However, we're buddies. We're friends.
Has it kicked in yet?
No, not yet. Give it a minute. Give it a minute or two.
Okay, we'll give it a little bit longer. But
Yeah.
you know, that's the issue. You see, they sent you of all people. I know you think we're friends, but
Are we not?
we are.
Okay. So yeah,
Sort
of
of.
course they sent me then.
Friendship doesn't feed you here. You know that.
You'd get money.
Right. But I would have
You
thought
get to
there'd be
keep-
some sincerity in the hiring process. Like when I've worked for people in the past, they sent everyone to talk to me. So I just don't feel like I'm as appreciated
Well,
if it's only
look,
you here.
we're all doing things right now. I'm over here. I need to get
Right.
our head bartender,
Right.
the man in charge of the drinks.
Evidently the most useless.
No, I mean
Continue.
you'd be in charge of the drinks. You'd be the most useful.
I wasn't talking about me.
Oh, okay. Does not realize. The man in charge of I have to get you, the most important part of this. One of us is staying back to speak to the current proprietor of the bar,
Mm-hmm.
who, full disclosure, would still continue to live there.
Wait, sorry, you said you owned the bar, but there's a full proprietor. Is that not included in the 3 people that?
Yes, he's a separate fourth
Okay, so
person who
you
we're
didn't share
attempting to
that
hire.
information. Why is he not here talking to me then?
Because he has to put up his research notes.
He's got research notes?
You are going to lose this.
Look, I did tell you it's a front. I feel like that's the most important
There's
part of
like
this.
3 or 4 steps removed of the respect I feel I should be getting here, and it's just, as you keep talking, it's getting worse and worse.
Well, look, you know me. I mean zero disrespect to
Unfortunately.
you.
Whew.
So you want me to move shop? I assume you're expecting my customer base to follow me there. Are you willing
Well-
to put in that money to do the advertising? Because I'm not putting in my own money.
How much money would it take to get your current client base to move over?
Do I look like an advertising guru?
I'll put up a sign.
Philip,
We can definitely put up a sign.
I
Yeah,
need
what's
you
up?
to do me a favor real quick. Put the coffee down, because it's evidently not working. And
Put the coffee down. It's 3/4 drunk.
reach behind him, grab one of the shriveled up spleens on the counter. That is,
Oh no.
like, it's shriveled up, but it's definitely filled with something. Do me a favor, bite down on this.
Why?
Are we friends?
The day Philip dies.
Can I do a medicine check?
Sure. You're not sure what it's filled with. Whatever it is, it's not physical, though. There's, like, air or something that's bloating it up.
Am I dead if I bite this?
As far as you can tell, you're not sure. At the very least, I'd be nice enough to give you a fortitude save.
Sink my teeth into it.
Fantastic. You have just consumed fantasy helium. And your voice will reflect
Hold
that.
on, 1 second. 1 second.
Great, thanks. I just wanted to hear that because your voice is so fucking annoying sometimes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there's so. So does this mean we're on the same page?
If by same page you mean the front page and the back page of the book, which are the same spread, but, just separate, in a really poorly bound book. Graphic designer here, Jericho interrupting. I know that's not how books are done, but I just have
That's
to...
not how books are done.
That's not how books are bound, but I need to throw in my 2 cents here. Back to the story. If like how the front and back cover of the book are the same page, then yeah, we're on the same page.
Would you be willing to come, move your client base over here? We'll put a sign up here.
We're putting the sign up here.
Well, that's where your clients come currently. So we'd put a sign up here to tell them, hey, go to this giant fuck ass bar. This is a giant bar.
Okay,
Like-
so there were the 3 of you involved. Now there's this mysterious proprietor involved. Now there's giants involved?
No. It is a giant bar. The bar is fucking huge. The bar is a very large bar.
I get what you're trying to say, Philip.
Okay.
Do me a favor.
Yeah, what's up?
Go sort your shit out, and then come back as a group.
Okay. Can I finish the coffee now?
Yeah, go for it. Give me a 42 save.
He is so bad at this.
It's almost comical.
I'm good.
Like at any point, the solution was the point was to get him to come talk to the group. The group is getting other people. He's like, no, just start right now.
Philip hops out of there, fully proud of his work.
Hey, I did what I could.
Philip.
In the meantime, Azrael, you have returned. You've just handed a pouch of gold to Pescahi, but you also let Drag know that you have bad news as well, I believe, correct?
Yes.
I don't know if Drag, you would have caught that.
I don't remember what he said after the Philip
I said
brain
I
rot.
come with gifts, good tidings, and bad tidings.
Bad tidings are part of the anatomy. What are you talking about?
Well, if you're looking for bad tidings, check over by the appendix.
What does it say? Wouldn't those go in the kidneys?
No, the kidneys. Well, I mean, the kidneys in this one you might have considered bad tidings, but if we look at the vast majority of them, the kidneys are the last to go with my poisons.
Ah,
So those are good tidings.
good tidings.
Yes.
Is he still messing with his papers in the room?
There's still half a stack of papers, and they're just.
I'll
talking
gesture
now.
for Dragon to come out here.
Jake, I don't know if you know. She did not notice you. She thought he said bad tidings.
Oh, I just grab.
Drag is enamored. Oh! Bye.
You almost get punched in the face. What the fuck?
Message.
Or sorry, what the hells? Sorry.
Message, and then Berlin fronted the gold. We have to pay it back in 24 hours if we don't deliver her the head of his ex-boss.
We have to pay it back we have to pay it back unless we deliver the head of his ex-boss in 24 hours.
Yeah,
You're out of here.
by
Go away.
I'm just making
Yes. Asriel
Jericho,
said the right words.
Jericho, I need the most creative swear word Drake would have found in the library.
Correct.
God damn it, you Philip'd it.
The good news, I got the money. Bad news,
Get
not
bad
our money.
news, I Philip'd it.
Bad news, the loan.
I was always going to be alone. Have I finally found a question that stumps the GM? I didn't even ask her a name.
I'm trying to think. You want just like a swear or a swear word? Because I've got phrases off the top of my head, but coming up with words.
Yeah, a phrase. The most creative swear phrase I would have seen in the library. It's like that is her knowledge base right now.
It probably
Is that
would have been
library.
something along the lines of like swearing something along the lines of like poltergeists leaking ectoplasm.
Well, that's what comes out of her mouth at
Creative.
a loud volume. This is not good. This.
Once again, still using message. Worst comes to worst, we just kill him and take the money back. It would be a waste.
I would like to have made a some sort of check to ascertain his level of danger based on his level of medical skill and poisoner skill.
Yeah, give me
and
a
the
culinary roll,
hours,
absolutely.
and the hour or so I've been in there.
That's a hilarious roll. I'll make it a fortune effect for you, because you were having a pretty in-depth discussion with him. So roll again, we'll take the better result.
Swear to God, I rolled a 1.
You did not. Fantastic. He seemed like an accomplished alchemist, at the very least.
Noticing his poison spontaneously raising shit from the dead earlier. That might be a problem. Yeah,
I'd say you're able to tell he is higher level than you are.
that might not go well.
Easier than his boss, presumably.
I mean, fair point, unless the boss also is weaker than him and had to pay him for his services instead of just subjugating him. Hopefully, please, dear God.
I assume so.
I heard those parentheses around that S.
Look, Drag is not sure what is real, what is not at this point.
Philip, around this time you come jogging back in as well.
Not enough scientific evidence to figure out which of these gods is real and which of these is fucking bullshit.
So, good news. Moscow is a little bit interested in this, in working with us.
Who?
Spleen guy.
Ah.
But he'd want to talk to all three of us.
Did you not bring him?
No, I wanted to talk to him there.
What? The point was to bring him to pitch the proposal.
Oh.
I am turning into Requiem the more I speak.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that.
You fool. You adorable little fool. Well, we don't have time for that anymore. That will have to wait. Kicks door back open. We have your money.
Wonderful. It's great to hear.
I know you've been spilling everything you know about your poisons, but now I would like to know everything about your boss. Ex-boss. Yes, get in the fucking room.
I suppose I could share some information.
Powerful necromancer, has connections in the site of the city.
More importantly, where the fuck to find her?
Finding her is easy. Around the corner. Into the building.
here.
Yeah, of course she's here. This is where she cooks.
God damn
Did
it.
you not figure out that this is the hen's hideout?
Oh no,
No.
that was obvious. I didn't
Okay.
know if this was the only one.
You figured they would have
Only-
left after we killed half their membership.
They're
The
set
gun
up
is
here.
not very quiet.
The
And
boss
then
is
came back, and then
not
left,
paying
and
very
then
much
came
attention.
back again.
Have you ever heard?
Is that what those dogs are?
By how Drag screamed, I'd assume not. But there is something called confidence.
Philip, can I borrow your gun?
I hand the gun.
Just want to rack it with malicious intent and then hand it back.
You
Does
jam-
Azrael? No, I was gonna say, does Azrael jam it on accident?
You're really funny if you jammed it.
You know, I feel like Azrael should make a sleight of hand check to see if he jams it.
I
think
I
might
am
actually
proficient
have
in
a
weapons.
specific roll here. Let me check something.
What do you mean a specific roll?
God, that'd be really fucking funny if you just tried to
Yeah,
light
the
it.
guy tries to rack with intent and then just jams it.
Just
Let's
angry.
see.
I also want it to
Uh,
be stated as you said because you said rack. It's not a shotgun. It's a rifle.
Azrael.
It's got
You can't
like a-
rack
it's
a
like a
shell in a
bolt
rifle.
action.
Azrael.
like a
Sure you
bolt
can.
action.
Sure,
It's not
sure
a
you
bolt
can.
action. It's a Winchester.
You just break the rifle in the process.
Lever it. You can
Azrael, roll me a flat check.
Also,
flat check.
Yup.
to be
on.
fair, Philip, there were pump action rifles. They existed.
True. It is a Winchester. So.
Okay. The gun does not jam, thankfully.
Brain into the motherfucker. I'm not gonna break the gun.
There was a possibility of causing it to jam and potentially misfire the next time Philip shot it.
I would have fixed
With
it.
that.
It's fine.
Yeah, but it might have cost you your life, seeing as how one of our next fights might be the boss.
Yeah. I mean, I'm-
Follow-up question. Does that room they're in have any exits other than the one that they go in?
No.
Are those her dogs?
Yes. She raised them all.
Okay.
Do they listen to you?
No.
Ah,
Why would they listen?
The,
to
expected. Expected.
Would
Easy
the
as she to
musician
kill.
man interfere?
Yeah, I've got the key to his cell.
You should keep him in there
Does
for now.
he?
Yeah.
Thought I had the key to his cell.
You've got some of the keys that were hanging on the wall here. He's got keys as well.
By the way, I found these. I'll hand them.
Oh,
My spares. Great to see.
is
Yeah,
one of
sorry.
those the key to her door?
Let me actually check real quick.
Actually, overhead.
Out of character. We might be able to fix this tonight. I'm just considering barring the door of the room they're in and just burning them out.
No, it's not a door.
Galarian has
So-
like gas grenades.
Is it?
Can
Uh,
we use mustard gas?
I would love to mustard gas a zombie. Let's see what happens.
She does not keep the door to her place locked.
But yeah, no, out of character. Like, higher level, need this done by tomorrow. She's here now. I don't want to jeopardize this operation. We could just,
No, I'm down to kill her. I'm full health.
I have
I
one
have-
spell slot.
I have one spell slot and half my health.
Actually, I apologize. She does keep the door locked. Only she has the key.
Oh,
Well,
So
good.
you will
It's
have
harder to get out.
Pick the
Do we
lock.
want
Jam-
to sleep for the night and then?
yes.
Jam the lock, barricade her in there, and just burn her out.
Pasaga, what's her capabilities? Like, what can she do? Like in a fighting sense?
Look, Pasaga, I'll be honest with you. You broke your contract. We're going to kill your old boss.
Yes, we're going to kill her. I assume you don't care.
It is no longer an option. We have to kill your old boss.
Do you care about that?
My name is Piscahi.
My apologies, Piscahi.
I have bigger concerns and we'll learn your name tomorrow.
Rude.
You said that in character, Jacob?
Yes.
Look, listen. Do you want to die? I thought not.
Piscahi. Are you okay with us just killing her?
By all means,
I
I
mean-
don't care.
I don't care if he's okay with it or not. I just care about how much information we can get before we go and die.
No, agreed. Yeah, I mean, are you willing to help us by giving us information?
She's a necromancer, as far as I could tell, daughter of a hag.
Oh, for the love of fucking...
Recall knowledge. What do I know about hags?
I'll join in that recall knowledge.
I might have read a book, sure, why not?
I mean, hags are hags. That's so fucking funny. Magic casters, typically they operate in a coven. Of 3 is the average, and they typically need to be close together. But that will grant them additional magical prowess if they are in a coven that is fully active.
Is she in a coven?
Well, this is the daughter of a hag. You don't know if Kivgeda here is a hag herself. But if she is the daughter of a hag, she is very likely a changeling. Which is good to know. And that would make a lot of the cooking make sense if she's a daughter of a hag. Because cauldrons, very common for them.
I meant to ask you, what's in the vats? The messed up ones.
I don't know. Something. Some creature. I haven't disturbed it. I don't go that way.
Do Galarian changelings have the like normal shapeshifting properties?
With what you rolled, you've got no clue. You've not run into changelings before.
Okay.
It was very funny.
Out of character, what do you actually want to do here?
If we let her finish, if we rest for the night, she's going to resurrect at least one more zombie. So it's one more thing to fight. It's probably going to be the ghoul lady that doesn't like us. That was a pain in the ass. But we get all our spell slots back. And I think that outweighs 1 or 2 more minions.
Well, Philip did also see a number of zombie dogs over there. I know he stepped away, so I'll just let you guys know in his stead.
Yeah, we're going to have to get through those, and I don't know if she's going to stay in the room while we murder those. Side point, I don't...
to loud noises outside of her kitchen.
Okay. Is she typically in there all of the time?
Very rarely comes out.
I have a counterpoint. Do you want to see if any of your poisons work on her?
Not particularly. I mean, if you want to pay me more, then I could be cajoled into helping, but...
How much for a dose?
Just want a dose of my poisons?
Never worked on those guys.
Yeah.
Well, on those ones out there, I was testing.
Ingested only.
And most of mine require slow introduction into the system over extensive period of time. I am a researcher, not so much a fighter.
I understand this, but we seem to be on a very rapid time frame, and your boss needs to die.
That sounds like a you problem, does it not?
Well, I could make it your problem, but I'm choosing not to.
And I'm choosing not to impede you any further. Win-win either way, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
This is fair.
That's fair.
As a researcher, as it's also, you might want additional subjects.
I think you're going to have enough on your hands taking care of her. Drag, I will give you one hint, potentially. Specifically because the majority of the party nat 20 their recall knowledge checks.
Wow.
Yeah, we had 2 nat 20s and a crit fail.
Was it Philip? Hold on, was it Philip?
No, it was Azriel. You and Philip both nat 20'd. Which...
Or at least you got something right tonight. Not the person, the Philip.
If she is someone who seemingly cooks as much as you have been led to believe, her cauldron itself is likely additionally enchanted / empowered.
Yeah, she'll have
with
layer actions.
the souls of who she has cooked. On the other hand, if you can destroy, knock over, end the enchantment on the cauldron, it might be possible that some of the souls within are still around and may attempt to enact revenge.
Does she ever leave her room?
No. Not
No.
frequently. Only on the rarest occasions. I think the last time she left, aside from coming out every now and then to have a discussion with me about the progress of the poison, is last time we went when she went after one of those gangs.
Oh. Yeah, they were upset about that.
She was quite upset about them. Something about messing with shadow magic when they shouldn't be. Claiming to, at least.
Yeah, we killed 2 more of them. It was funny.
A little bit, yeah.
Good on you. Are you expecting a round of applause for that?
No,
Not-
it was just a side
well-
comment. Continue.
They were friends of mine, yeah.
You had friends, alright. Learn something new every day.
He surprises all of us.
Yeah, people keep saying that.
I suppose I'm going to continue putting my papers up. You have fun with your decisions, and I hope you survive.
We may just act normal if your boss comes out. We don't want
She's
to
not
get
my
more
boss anymore.
exactly. Just
Not normal if your former boss comes out then.
yes.
Well, not normal. Casual. Act casual. Act busy.
Or just stay in here.
Yeah.
That works. One day.
Alright.
I would hate to have to come recollect my gold off a corpse.
So are you guys choosing to return home and rest for the night then? And come back bright and early tomorrow, ready to go?
Honestly, I might just find a fucking sewer drain nearby and just power nap.
Yeah,
like,
I
do we
feel
have to go
power
home?
napping nearby is a good call.
You don't have to go home.
That's a long walk. That's a couple hours of
It's a
wasted time.
mile away from town.
And in the time it takes her to go home, sleep, and walk back, she could leave.
I mean, she doesn't, but she could.
But she could. Home rest is for after quest.
Alright.
Look, you have threatened the party with the one thing that actually terrifies Trike.
What, debt?
Debt to a bloodlord.
Financial consequences, the horror.
The researchers in debt to the higher power? Dear God, no. My unrestrained research.
Alright. If you guys are heading off to find a place nearby to sleep, you're more than welcome to do so.
I'd sleep on this pile of sacks, but I don't trust him quite enough to not poison me.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we should sleep here at all. It's what, 5 in the afternoon right now?
At
like
this point, it's a little after 5:30.
You know, if we're gonna sleep, we're gonna wake up tomorrow morning anyway. Might as well go talk to your guy.
Oh, why not?
Go back to him. Go back to Spleen Vendor.
We can go talk to Gregory.
It's gonna change every time.
Who, Jeremiah? Yeah, probably.
That's ultimate comedy there. He just changes his name every time.
Yep. Let's
In
go.
character, he changes his name every time you meet him too.
Now let's
He's
go.
a drug dealer. No one,
There's a
no
new
one
sign
should
on
be
the door.
surprised about this.
Well, let's go. Let's do it. Fuck it. We'll nap in Philip's old home since it's right next door, apparently.
With the rats.
Yeah.
Alright.
His rat friend.
The day before you die, you can sleep with your friends again.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Alright, well, then we'll head out as you guys all make your way back to the meat market. And Bartholomew here. Oh, Philip. You're back again so soon, huh?
Well, he was
Well-
supposed to bring you to talk to us about this deal, but
Yeah, apparently I
Oh.
misunderstood. I thought I was just coming to talk to you
That
because we were.
checks out.
uh,
Well, coffee?
well, it's probably for the best
Yes,
you didn't
please.
come because apparently there's a squatter I have to get rid of first.
Philip, what
What's
part
up?
of settle your shit and then come back did you not hear?
Oh,
I wasn't
the shit-
aware the squatter was there when I sent him, so that one is not on him.
I told him to come back after you all settled your shit, and it sounds like you haven't settled your shit.
Oh no, she's dead. She's gonna be dead tomorrow morning.
There is a difference between she's dead and she will be dead tomorrow morning. Philip, I understand you do not understand how time works because you haven't slept in 5 years.
Let me put it this way: she will be dead, or Philip would be dead.
There is a big difference there.
Yes. One of these, you no longer have to worry about it. The other one, you might have a lucrative business opportunity.
So wouldn't it be better to come to me with the business opportunity once you have grabbed hold of it? Because right now, if I have to think, oh, there's a worry I might not get this contract through something outside of my control, my rate's going up.
Well, I'm not telling you to accept it until tomorrow.
And why
I must
are you
inform
even here right now? I've been informed of it. I've been given an offer. And I said, I will
Well,
consider
clear-
it once you have settled your problems.
Clearly, Philip has not informed you correctly, as I don't trust anything at this point, Philip. You didn't even tell him to come and talk about it.
If I had asked you to come and talk about it, would you have?
I have a business to run.
Either way, would you like to run a bar establishment as a front for a alchemist and organ dealing business, since that appears to be your current thing, and the other occupant is in the alchemy business?
Congratulations, Philip, you did something right. You gave the offer properly.
Oh, this is good.
My point still stands.
No, I think he's insulting you.
Solve
Yep.
your shit, then give me an offer.
Fair
I
enough.
will not
We're going to.
seriously consider uprooting my business and moving somewhere else before I am certain that the place is solidly in your hands.
Well, this is a. I would not expect anything else. I just wanted you to be properly informed. Now,
Also, we wanted to make sure you were like interested in the offer at all.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't interested. Whether or not I will accept remains to be seen.
Reasonable.
this is fair. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're going to go nap in Philip's hovel.
Good to know.
Unless you have rooms for rent.
You want to sleep in his place of business? This does not
I
seem
operate
wise.
a
I
small
don't know.
shop.
Yeah,
am
there's not a lot of-
I am picturing like this is
This
like
man has like random fucking. He lives in the meat market. He can have a back room.
He has
Look,
a small cave. Remember, this is an underground meat market.
I am
Yeah.
picturing like a Dark Souls sewer drain with like an alcove with a vendor sat in it and
Pretty
like,
much.
nothing else.
You know in Dark Souls 1 when you first go into the aqueduct and you've got the lady behind the bars and she
Yep.
sells you shit? It's that, basically. He's just slightly more stocked on the wall behind him. And he's got a
It's
couple
just a-
display cases.
It's a hole in the wall.
Yeah. He literally built this store in a cave with a box of
A box of
scraps.
Thank you for the Iron Man reference.
You're welcome.
I was about to say.
I saw the opportunity and I jumped on it.
You can't build it here.
Philip, if you'll... never mind, I'll let you find out yourself.
Did someone else move into my hovel?
No. The rats moved out, though.
Oh.
Let's
Hey,
just
what
go
did you
back to
mean
the
these
manor.
rats?
Guys, let's just go back to the manor. It's...
No, it's too far. We have shit to do in the morning.
I don't want to uncommune.
Alright.
Anyway, can I interest any of you in rat spleen juice packs?
Philip, I found your friends.
Yes.
Oh, where are they?
I have 4 freshly made. Filled with, one of them is filled with human blood. The other is filled with gnome blood. I do have stagnant vampire blood I scraped out of a sewer drain in the 3rd. And the 4th might be troll blood, I'm not sure. It seems to be refilling itself, though, so...
I don't have a nose, but I wish to sniff the vampire blood to see if it smells uppity.
I'm not even going to require a roll. That is the
Is it hot?
snobbiest smelling blood you've ever smelled.
Ah.
Why does this rat spleen have a monocle?
It's just tattooed on.
No, drawing like an organ monocle.
Alright.
Like one of those rats they grow the human ears on.
You guys plan just to find another place near here that you can rest for the eve, then?
I'll go sleep in Philip's hole.
Oh, let's go sleep in my hole.
Fair enough.
It's
a good hole.
Not that abnormal for me, but probably the worst sleep Jacob's ever gonna have.
Uh-huh.
As
This is
are
not going to be a nice
Yuzuka's
grass
pillow.
roll.
Correct.
I grabbed my rock pillow.
It got stolen.
No.
Fuck!
This place got cleaned out? You haven't been back here in a while.
Curls my tail next to him. Here, Philip.
Aw.
Thank you. Thank you, Drag.
Squishy meat bag.
You have such an affectionate language among the undead. I say, dripping with sarcasm.
Drag's just keeping your spleen in top condition.
I like how Philip's become oddly perceptive and exceptionally stupid at just random intervals.
Yep.
The coffee's kicking in, obviously.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, well, as you guys rest for the eve and prepare for a day of confrontation, I believe that's going to be where we'll end the session for today.
Okay.
A couple minutes
Alrighty.
early, but just so you guys can get started directly with your final battle, it seems, with the three-fingered hand. And whether Kageda will take your heads or whether you'll take hers remains to be seen. And you all left Piscahi there on his own. He's dipping.
He'll be back.
Okay. That's fine.
So
I was tempted to lock him in his room, but he had other keys. They
Yeah,
probably
the
shoved up his
keys.
butt.
They're hidden in the wrists of the hands in his apron. No one would ever think to check there. Alright. But thank you guys so much for showing up tonight. I hope you enjoyed the game. And I will see you all next week.
I mean, joke's on him. He
Thank
could have
you.
got paid more.
Well, yeah, we would have given him more money.
He'll be back.
We'll be back.
Maybe.
Have a good one.
Goodbye.